Malky might have melted in the Ross County hot seat like Mackey's ice cream, but did Ross County make the correct decision in sacking him and kicking his ass out of Dingwall? Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It's 3 days later, 3 days after Malky Mackay has been booted and suited, or maybe unsuited and booted. Call it what you want. He's no longer in charge of Ross County. He's no longer up north and in charge of the Dingwall club. But did Ross County make the correct decision in getting rid of Malky Mackay? Me personally, I was shocked when they actually got him in the first place, and I know he probably only took the job because he was under fire, he was under pressure, obviously due to some controversial comments. I think he needed to take a job with a little bit, less reputation, a job with maybe not so much spotlight on it, and maybe the Ross County job fitted that at the time. But anyway, his time is up, as John Cena would say. And we asked the question, did Ross County make the correct decision to sack Malky Mackay? And with 310 votes, the answer is in. So 31% of you guys believe that yes, they did make the correct decision due to bad results and poor performances. But 69, everyone's favourite number, 69, believe that no, Malky Mackay should not have been sacked. He was doing okay, and he needed more time in charge of the club. That's what you guys think in the poll. But what does Big Stevie Cool think?
He was hounded out the Highlands very unfairly, in my opinion.
I like that, hounded out the Highlands.
Aye. Like dog soldiers on crack.
I spent a minute and a half talking pish and didn't even mention that. Out the Highlands.
Yeah, it was like dog soldiers on crack. There was no frying pans, but you know what? It was out the frying pan for Malky Mackay. He shouldn't have been sacked. I think he warranted a wee bit longer. It's not like they were adrift. But like I said in the vid we made not so long ago, I can't remember what it was about, but I think what this is going to come down to is who sacks their manager and gets the biggest bounce down there. I've said it, Livingston are down. I think he deserved time. I don't understand why. I mean, who are they going to bring in? What? Is Neil Lennon truly better than Malky Mackay? They were being truthful about it.
I think it could be a case of maybe Malky Mackay is on a decent wage compared to what Ross County would normally pay, and they just feel like...
Oh, because Neil Lennon will be cheap.
Well, have they signed Neil Lennon?
Oh, his favourite.
Have they employed Neil Lennon?
You told me earlier.
Have they employed Neil Lennon? Are they paying Neil Lennon a wage?
Might be.
I think that Malky Mackay was probably extracting too much money for Ross County and not delivering the kind of results that money would suggest.
Well, I think this Diddy team for Dingwall Diddies needs to accept where they are as a football team. What the fuck do they want Malky Mackay to be achieving, by the way?
Well, maybe they thought we'll take a chance of bringing on Malky Mackay and we might actually do better in the league than we have in previous seasons.
Oh, I can see they bring in Neil Lennon. I think they could topple the old firm. Come on, they need to know their role. Right, and the role is surviving.
The role is, I'm the carer and you are the caree. And with that said, let's get into the comments.
Aye, well, you know what? See, when the carer is spelling Malky Mackay that way, he needs to quickly become the caree.
We know everyone makes a mistake. And I thought you liked Mackey's ice cream, so what's the difference?
That's not how you spell Mackey's ice cream. It's Mackies.
Who gives a shit, alright?
Well, the caree does.
Damn. Correa says Correa. He's actually too good a manager for them. Only reason he was there because of the trouble he had a few years ago. Who in their right mind would want to manage up in Dingwall? I mean, that's a good point. Who the fuck would want to go up there?
Maybe Neil Lennon feels safe not getting wung for a coin for Tynecastle up there.
Well, you'd have to have a good throw to hit him for Tynecastle, wouldn't you, if he's up in Dingwall? Ewan Connolly, at least it's not Ewan fucking, what's that turd called?
Oh,
Ewan Cameron?
Ewan Cameron.
Oh, they will regret it. He was loyal and a very good motivator. I kind of expected Malky Mackay to do better, though. I think he should have done it. I think he's actually regressed as Ross County manager. I think he's actually got worse. And for me, that's a little bit worrying. A manager that is supposedly as good as he is, and with the experience he has. Because let's be real, like, most people would say that Malky Mackay is one of the best managers in Scotland.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
But I don't think he's really delivered what we thought he would.
Yeah, but I just don't get this. I mean, Ross County shouldn't... What should they be doing?
Why? They should be doing better than Livingston, I think.
Right, and they are right now.
Oh, they're above them in the fucking boo-hoo. I'm on about over the past few seasons. I don't think they've been good enough.
Well, you're entitled to think that, but I think they need to put their feet on the ground and accept what they are. I mean, I'm seeing a comment down there. What, they had a game in hand and are 1-1 for...
Oh, hold on. They shouldn't even be in this league. Partick Thistle bottled it last season.
Aye, he kept them up.
They didn't keep them up. Partick Thistle fucking sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye, so it was a Malky Mackay masterclass that kept them up.
Well, you know what? See, Steve Clark, it wasn't him who beat Celtic over a calendar year, it was Stevie O'Donnell, wasn't it? Because Celtic blown it over a calendar year.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how you need to give praise to the managers.
You're talking absolute shit.
Put a bit of respect on Malky Mackay's name.
What's he done?
The respect you put on by spelling it wrong.
Well, you know what? See when he starts doing a better job, then I'll go back and I'll edit this poll and I'll spell his name correctly. The Gear Lava.
Slabbing about you in his text messages as well.
The Gear Lava said there's a master tactician called Michael Beale looking for a job.
This is just going to be 18 replies full of sectarianism here.
I wonder if Michael Beale would have any interest in coming to Scotland for the Ross County job.
He still lives in Glasgow.
It's a bit of a trip, isn't it, to England?
Well, I mean, he could just move up. Like, that's my point. Oh, here we go.
Joshua Elder said the brains behind 55. Joshua, lovely Catholic name, is Joshua. Listen, Joshua, Rangers had to apply to enter the Scottish. I feel like we read this shite every single fucking poll, but I'll read it again anyway, why not? Rangers had to apply to enter the Scottish 2nd Division because they are a new club. Go look at all the front pages from October 31st, 2012. Rangers FC, rest in peace. When the victims of the 5 pedo coaches employed by Rangers FC tried to sue the club, now this is on legal documents, Joshua. Rangers FC cannot be pursued for liability of Rangers PLC as Rangers PLC no longer exists. Now jog on, clown. Have you got anything you want to add to that there? I mean, I think since you're a Rangers fan, you might want to clarify this this paragraph here, make a statement on it. And
I believe this is actually true, that the Rangers did come out and say this.
So they did?
No, they came out and said that here we cannot be pursued for liability of They did come out and say this, and therefore they tried to...
Is it ironic that a Celtic fan is talking about pedos here, but blaming another club?
Of course it is, but you know what, right? This Joshua Elder guy's clearly made a joke about Michael Beale being the brains behind 55.
I think this Joshua guy is actually a Celtic fan, but everyone's accusing him of being a Rangers fan. I think he's bashing Michael Beale. I think he's written the piss at him.
Yeah, and then
Rangers fans.
This Celtic fan here has just jumped in with a full paragraph about Joshua being a Catholic name and how Rangers didn't pay out the victims about the 5 pedo coaches, right?
How many victims have Celtic paid it?
Well, that's it, nada, right? And I don't want a point score over which club hasn't paid out victims and whatever.
But you're going to do it anyway?
No, I'm not going to point score, right? Because it's pointless me banging on about, oh, well, Celtic are way worse at it. Because you know what? See, at the end of the day, it's a despicable fucking act, right? Let's just drop it.
Doesn't matter if it was one member or the entire club, it was wrong.
No, exactly. It doesn't. It does not. It's sick. And see, the point scoring, it is cheap. But let's not kid ourselves. I think with Celtic fans try and have a go about it, I mean, it is a bit ludicrous. That's all I'm going to say. And and let's not kid ourselves. See the fact that Celtic pedo coaches are worse than Rangers pedo. No, they're all fucking evil bastards and all deserve the death penalty, man. I don't care what your alliance is to which club.
Before we move on, is it fair to say that you thoroughly enjoyed reading this comment?
No.
Right, fair enough. Joshua Elder replied, my comment was meant sarcastically to take the piss out of Beale. Clearly went right over your head, though. Then for some reason you had a meltdown about Rangers, clown. So we've got Celtic versus Celtic here in the comments.
Because if you were a Tim, you'd know why they hadn't done 55 zombie emoji.
I mean... yeah, but it's not like Rangers fans were saying, Beale was the mastermind behind number 1. Rangers fans weren't saying Beale was the mastermind behind 1. They were so why would he say 1?
Yeah, Old Painless says, wow, you won a COVID league when half the teams didn't turn up. How many trophies has St Johnstone won in the last 10 years?
3.
No, I don't get, right? See,
that's one more than Rangers.
Celtic literally got gifted a league title with a bow on top. And we didn't even play that season out. What's worse, right? Celtic literally being gifted a league title with some games not even being left to play, or Rangers winning the league title behind closed doors. All games played.
I'll accept that Rangers were dominant and thoroughly deserved their title win, but I'll also admit that Celtic would have won that league title.
No, of course they would have,
If
but
they played the remaining
it doesn't
games.
change the fact that they got gifted it. They still would have won.
At the end of the day, right, Rangers weren't given an advantage by... Now, I've actually heard some Rangers fans say that, do you think there's too much expectation and too much pressure at Ibrox, and that's why they played so much better in the COVID season? But regardless, Rangers weren't given any advantage over Celtic during the COVID season.
What's the argument when half the teams didn't turn up?
Yeah, I mean,
that pish. What does that mean?
If Rangers adapted better to playing with no fans in the stadium and empty stadiums, then that's a Celtic problem.
Yeah. Just
because Rangers were better at adapting to that. I mean, that's
why I don't tend to go into the 18 reply section. I've got 5 kids to feed.
Are you people lobotomised? I said this ironically because people said this about him when he first got the job. Did you not see my previous comment or deliberately ignore it? No, I mean, I think we both caught on straight away what he meant.
Yep.
Old painless, I got 5 kids. What the fuck is that? I got 5 kids to feed. Woo. You got given a title for a Zoom call. See the irony, you steamer. George Moffat.
Yep.
And where is this Celtic football and athletic koi? Is that one of their dead trademarks, or?
I think that's Pacific Shelf, 1994.
I don't know. Liam Gav said, ha 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 ha. Lee Gavla said, you said 55. If you'd said the mastermind behind the first title, no one would be taking the piss, Joshua. Getting cranky. Time for your delusional fix. But Rangers why would he say... It doesn't make any sense that this guy taking the piss out of Rangers fans and taking the piss out of Beale would say that Beale was the mastermind behind title number 1, because that would then suggest that Rangers were calling Beale the mastermind behind title 1, but no Rangers fan's going to come out and say, yeah, we're a new club with only 1 world title. They were all saying 55. So
yep.
Therefore, if you're going to take the piss out of Rangers fans claiming Beale was the mastermind, you have to say he was the mastermind behind title 55. Regardless of whether you believe they have 55 titles or not.
Yep, exactly. You're right. You're on the money. Just obsession here in the comments.
But I just don't think it's getting through to everybody for some reason. Old Painless replied to George Moffat saying, you were getting turned over by Hamilton at Boobrox. Not exactly champ material.
Just the same reply there for George Moffat.
What the fuck has that got to do with getting a title for assume? Call irony is wasted on you, your roaster. Tim Celtic, I wonder who this guy is. Fucking see here, Tim.
Supports
Mick with a 4-leaf clover. What? I think I lost brain cells reading all that shit. Dark Blue Derry. Dark Blue Derry. Is this a Dundee fan? Might be. He's got a Dundee badge in there. Well, if you've got Dundee, it's not Ultimate Team. If you've got a Dundee badge, there's a good chance he supports Dundee.
Aye.
It's not like he packed this, is it? Random fucking...
DB Derry.
They have a game in hand and are 1 win for mid-table. Ross County... Yeah, I know, but let's be real. Technically, everybody's 1 win away from mid-table.
But they're not all sacked, are they?
Well, that is true. Stavros Brainstorm. I agree. I don't think he should have got sacked. But I also think he should be doing a bit better.
Well, give him time.
Stavro... No, I think he got sacked too early, but I still think he should be doing better than he is.
All right.
Stavro Brainstorm said, did they not do that to John Hughes too?
John Hughes.
John Hughes. Hughes Bale. Did they?
I think they did agree.
Maybe they've got no loyalty at Ross County. Janice says, I wonder who's in contention. Well, there'll be a video on that soon, but as of things stand right now, Neil Francis Lennon with the Poppy is the favourite.
So it's not the quadruple treble, it's the Poppy?
Yeah. We would never sell a club for 3,166, 3,600. That's not bad. Neil Francis quadruple treble Lennon. Yeah, that guy there, Neil Lennon. 255 plus victims of child rape the Celtic way. I think it's more your... This is your area of expertise.
Right, so let's see how Matthew Miles tries to spin this. Right, all your directly employed beasts, just like your old club, would rather die than face the consequence of their actions. Thanks for mentioning it. It means all the victims you sent to the old club, their cases are working on, can be kept in people's minds. What will the future bring? Right, so I mean, obviously he's referring back to the guy Larfa's comment earlier, but the Rangers victims, they weren't able to get compensation or whatever, because Rangers claimed, well, it's a new PLC and therefore the old club is in fact dead, and therefore it's a new company, so you can't get any compensation that way. I just think this, it's disgusting acts, man.
No, I don't get. How the fuck are we talking about? Did Malky Mackay get deservedly sacked from Ross County? How is that leading to comments about fucking paedophilia at Celtic and Rangers? On a poll about should Malky Mackay have been given more time as Ross County manager?
Yeah.
I don't even know how do you even get to this?
I know, I just want to talk about Malky Mackay. I don't want to talk about who touched how many kids, and I mean, because it's just... But I know, let's be real, right? If you're a sane Celtic supporter, you're going to call it. If you're a Rangers supporter, you're going to call it as well. 30
comments, and how many of them have actually been about Malky Mackay? Maybe like 4 or 5, and that's probably a push.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Stavros Brainstorm said, sad but true, we are known for no nonsense on the house. Sad but true. Wait, is this a Ross County fan talking about no nonsense, or is this... I don't know what this is.
I don't know what it's about, but let's go into Timmy's comment. Chris Patterson, someone needs to check your hard drive. Jumping in, talking about children like that out of nowhere. Wee bit concerning. I mean, hold on. Your fellow Celtic fans started talking about children not too long ago as well, like Guy Larfa. I mean, come on.
True, I mean, well, technically we never sell a club for £1. All he's done is suggest that Neil Francis Lennon, the guy that won a quadruple treble, could be the man for the job. And that somehow leads to this comment here about 255 victims of child rape.
Well, it says 5 replies, we can only see 4.
Well, that normally means there's one that's...
You know what I mean?
That normally means there's been a dodgy one that's
Click
not been
on the 5 replies there. Will it do something?
I'm not going to do anything. It's going...
Right, scroll up to the top and click news first. I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to see what happened.
I just wanted to fucking know, did Malky Mackay deserve to be sacked or not? And now we're discussing
things I don't really
want discussed.
I mean, if it's for a poll, we'll absolutely discuss it. But come on, man, it's about Malky Mackay, or is that it? Oh.
What have we got?
He's not. It looks like he's just.
Oh.
George Moffat. The grass on again, spouting his usual pish. Your dad gave you a break for an hour. Remember, no convictions at our Rangers, dozens we separate entity FC. GB with a middle finger.
Thoughts on that before we end it?
Well, see, you know what, right? I haven't actually looked into the fact if Rangers have had any convictions out of it. I know for a fact Celtic have, right? And that's not me saying, oh, Celtic, they do it. It's just, it's spouting and repeating the same old pish. Let's not kid ourselves, right? See, when it comes to football clubs that have got big, massive child sex grooming gangs, Celtic are the thing that come to mind. Honestly, see across the UK, are Celtic not one of the most renowned for it?
I would say, well, I couldn't even name you.
And that doesn't mean any other club that does it's fine. It doesn't. I just don't get it. See if the roles were reversed, right? And it was Rangers who had the biggest pedo ring ever. I'd be calling it out. I'd be disgusted by it. And see the fact that Rangers have had, a few examples of it and a few
individuals.
Individuals. It's disgusting too. I'm not going to sit here and defend it. It's the same way of any Scottish pedos. I'm going to view them the same as English.
Alright, well, let's talk about something that you can defend. Malky Mackay. We may as well end the video on him.
Check his hard drive.
Fuck Malky Mackay's hard drive. The only thing we want to check is his stats and his overall job performance here at Ross County. You think that he deserved more time? What would you grade his run as Ross County manager?
I would give it a C. Or do you want a number?
Give me a 10, actually, now.
56.
No, I'd give him a 5.
I'd give him a 6. He kept them up, and we don't know what he's going to do this year.
Are you still giving him credit for Partick Thistle falling apart?
It was wee tactical. He brought Simon Murray on.
I think that the guy probably should have done better. I was expecting him to do better. I think I've predicted, every season I've predicted Ross County to finish higher than they actually have. So I've had more faith in Ross County with the 3 seasons that Malky Mackay's been there. And I just think that Malky Mackay, being a manager that is pretty well rated, he is highly thought of, and he would be considered one of the better managers in Scotland. Now, is he on the level of a Brendan Rodgers? I mean, probably not. People would say Brendan Rodgers is probably the best manager in Scotland. We'll take Clement out of the equation because he only just arrived.
Yeah, Clement's won more league titles than Brendan.
But I would say, on average, most people would say that Malky Mackay is probably definitely like a top 5. Maybe top 3 manager in Scotland.
How mad? Clement's won more league titles than Brendan Rodgers.
That is mad, isn't it? I wonder if he'll be adding another one.
I fucking will be.
Like, hold on, why does it always come back to Celtic and Rangers?
Like, Malky Mackay.
Did he deserve to get sacked?
No, I fucking answered this about 20 minutes ago. 6 out of 10. Malky, we trust.
I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. I don't think he deserved to be sacked, but I do think he should have done better over his time at Ross County. For me, there was no progression. It was pretty much the same thing every season. Barely been able to hang in to the Scottish Premiership. And I get it, the Ross County, it's not like he can really mount a title challenge or realistically expect them to get into Europe. But I just think there should have been like small progressions each season, and I just didn't really see that. So yeah, for me, I think Ross County could hire another manager who's getting paid a lot less than Malky Mackay and still keep them in the league. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But we'll see. Look, this could turn out to be a disaster. This could be make or break. We could see somebody come in, do a good job, manager bounce and get Ross County moving up the league table. Or this could be the downfall of Ross County. This could be the decision that sees Ross County plummet into the championship. We're going to have to wait and find out. But anyway, guys, that is it. You know you're in trouble when you get 30 comments on a Ross County post because 90% of them are going to be about Celtic and Rangers. And they never end well. But that's it. We're going to end this video right here.
Check his hard drive.